My name is Matthew Malloy, and I'm with Courage to Change. And I just want to give a shout out to Richard W. I want to thank you for sitting down with Brian and I last week at the conference. Richard was the education teacher at the school I went to. I say school. It was a school. I learned a lot there. It was actually rehab. And he's been through so much. His family, he's quite a bit older than I. And, he went through a lot of struggles with his parents, and he was able to forgive them. And for me at that point, I blame my mom and my past for all the screw ups today. You know what I mean? And after I met with Richard, and went through treatment, and he shared his story with me. His dad broke his feet when he was a kid to keep him from running away. And that's just the light part of it. He had an insane childhood, and he was able to forgive his parents and move on. And whenever I seen that, it gave me a lot of hope, and I was able to do the same with my family. I just want to give a special thanks, like I said, and thank you very much, Richard, again. And I love you, brother, and you are in for a treat. Thanks.
All right, welcome back. This is Brian Wright. This is Matt Malloy, and we're with Richard Weathers. He's a behavioral therapist. He's 11 years sober. His sobriety date is March 28th of 2008. How you doing, Richard?
Doing all right, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you. It's finally getting the chance to sit down with you. We're at a sober function, and Richard was good enough to come sit down with me and Matt and share his story with Courage to Change. Why don't you explain, Matt, why you chose Richard as a key person you wanted to interview?
Oh, well, the treatment center I actually went to, Richard was the education teacher, right?
Education counselor, yeah.
Yeah, and he's just got a super powerful story, and he's been on the news more times than most. And, you know what I mean? He's really turned his life around, and today he has a master's degree, and you know what I mean? His life looks nothing like it did 11 years ago, and if you only knew what he's been through, if he can stay sober, anybody can stay sober, and that's the honest to God truth. And that's why I chose Richard. He's a truly inspirational person, so that's definitely why I chose him.
That's what's up. So Richard, tell us a little bit about your story. So we'll start off with background and bottom.
Okay. Well, I'll do the top of it because it's a long story. I'm old.
Okay, yeah.
I got out of prison the last time in 2005, and I said the last time because I've been several times. I used to call it life on the installment plan.
Right.
Because where I come from, prison was where it was at.
Right.
I got out the last time in 2005 and fell right back in my outlaw ways. When all you know how to do is cook dope and chase horse, that's all you know. And,
right.
I realized real quick I was going to die in prison. My only option. I had 8th grade education, and that's all I knew. And for some reason, I decided that I wasn't going to die in prison, that I was going to get sober. And so March 28th of 2008, I met a man who encouraged me to give it a shot for 24 hours.
That's what's up.
And,
so if you don't mind, what were some of your charges?
Well, ranging in severity from attempted homicide to possession of marijuana.
Right.
You name it, they're in there.
Right.
Last time I was in prison, I was on manufacturing methamphetamine with intent to distribute, and a whole array of charges that goes with that. Yeah, everybody knows, the state knows that once you get one, they figure out a whole bunch more to throw in there with it.
Right. Right.
And I was no choir boy. When the state got you, they got you.
I like what you said about you made a choice that you don't want to die in prison, and you needed, it kind of is like me. I needed to see what sobriety looked like.
Yeah.
And you met a guy who showed you how to stay sober, what choices
I
you
didn't
need to
believe
make.
it.
Right.
I thought he was lying.
Right.
Nobody I knew stayed sober
Right.
one day.
I get that.
And this man was 8 years.
Right.
I knew he was lying. I was going to stab him as soon as I got a chance.
Right.
Because he was a liar.
Right.
But
It's like, let me find out.
And he's still sober to this day. I mean, he just
Right.
gave a big cookout yesterday.
Right.
4th of July banger like he does every year. And, it's proof that trial and error, just following them that have.
Right.
And doing what they do. This is not nothing I dreamed up. I follow the guys that's done it.
Right.
And do what they do.
So that begins your turning point. So talk about some of the challenges you face in your sobriety of within this
Learning
11
how
years.
not to put my hands on people. Man.
Right.
You know,
Right. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learning how to fit in with society instead of going to jail.
Right.
Learning how to pay my bills. Learning how to go to work.
Right.
Learning how to be a man of honor.
Right.
Lots of different challenges of fitting into society instead of not caring. You know.
Right.
There's a time in my life when I didn't give a damn what you thought.
Right.
If you had it, I wanted, I took it. If
Right.
I couldn't take it, I brought enough guys that I could take it.
Right.
You know.
Right.
If you live that lifestyle, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
I didn't want to live like that anymore, so I had to find some people that didn't do that and do what they did.
Right.
You know, today I live a responsible lifestyle. Today I pay my bills. Today I go to work. Today, if I tell you something, I mean it. If I say it, I do it. I say what I mean what I say. I'm not mean when I say it. It's a whole nother life. Matt said it all. You know, I'm a totally different person than I was when I walked in to this life 11 years ago.
Right.
The people that knew me then don't know me now.
Right.
You know, and vice versa.
Right. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So, yeah, I'm the same way. I'm going through changes, approaching 3 years sober, and my God is evolving.
Yeah.
And
your life will. Look, dude. I just went through a divorce after 10 years of being with the same woman. Nobody went to jail. Didn't have a restraining order. I didn't hunt nobody down. We just parted ways. Was anybody hurt? Yeah, I was devastated. We shook hands and went our separate ways. Was that a new experience? You damn right. I'm used to, being wanted by this time.
Right.
By the police.
Right.
You learn and you evolve. It's
Right.
like you just said. At 3 years, you're learning a lot right now. And at 4 years, you're going to go, wow, man.
Right.
And as you slowly walk this trail, things that you thought you knew, you're going to go, what?
Yeah.
And that's why I love working with new guys, because I like watching them go, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Matt, when I met Matt, he was about that big around. And he was mouthy little, you know what?
Yeah.
And my favorite saying was, sit down and shut, you know what, up, and
Right.
Maybe you might live.
Right.
Maybe. It's a mean world we live in.
Right.
People don't play anymore.
Right.
And just maybe if we arm ourselves with the facts about ourselves, we might be able to compete with what they got going on out there.
Right.
They don't care about you, man.
Right.
They want to take from you. And we made it easy for them by staying high.
Right.
Now, once we get sober, we're in competition.
Yeah. Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And they don't like that. So I got to have my wits about me. I got to be ready. I got to be a man of God. I got to be a man of peace.
Right.
They're not.
Right.
Don't matter what they do. This is who we are today, right? We're men of honor.
Right. So, relationships and recovery. So, like,
Don't do it.
That's awesome.
You're not equipped.
Right. I get that.
You're not equipped.
I get that.
When you get equipped, God will let you know.
Right.
When you're ready, it will happen. But you're not. Any way you do it, it's going to be a mistake.
Right.
And it's got the power of life and death. You know what I mean?
If we put it, make that our God.
That's
and put
right.
it before.
If you don't go with God, then you're going against God.
Right.
Yeah. Just are. And if both parties aren't God invested and God oriented, we got problems. And guess what? You're already handicapped with what? The disease of addiction.
Right.
It's already dominant in your head.
Right.
And all it takes is one thing. What? Romance gone foul, right?
Yeah.
What's it gonna tell me?
Right.
I mean, I could get deep with you, but we on the air.
Yeah, I get it. I see where you're going with that. So, but in regards to working with the new guys, in your profession, how is that attributed to your sobriety?
Well, I try to, I try to walked the way I talked.
Right.
You know, because nothing used to irritate me more than somebody trying to tell me it's going to be okay.
Right.
Because it wasn't going to be okay.
Right.
Everything else might be, but this was not going to be okay.
Right.
Right, Matthew?
Yeah.
And I tell you quick, it's not going to be okay, man. Whatever, I don't care what they told you, they lied. Prepare yourself. It's going to get tough.
Right.
A lot of things don't happen before it gets okay. So prepare yourself for the fight of your life.
Right.
Because you're fighting principalities of darkness, man.
Right.
They're coming for you.
Right.
And if you're not ready, you're going back.
Yeah.
How bad do you want to be here? That's my favorite. That's my favorite question. How bad do you want to be here? Do you want to be here more than you want her? Okay. Do you want to be here more than you want that bump? Okay.
Right.
How bad do you want to be here?
Wow, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. So Matt, do you have any questions? Is there anything that stands out that you wanted to ask Richard when we
He
finally
knows
got to
better.
sit down with him?
Yeah, no, I spent probably 3 or 4 hours a day every day for 2 months with him. So,
Oh yeah.
so I know a lot about Richard.
good stuff.
I wish we had more time and he could go into detail about his childhood and like what he's overcame and stuff. And I know he's been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I just I'm super proud of him. I honestly, whenever I looked at him and I heard his story in treatment, like, and then I'll touch on something else too. Whenever I heard his story, like, I literally knew in that moment that, like, if he can stay sober, like, my problems are absolutely nothing compared to his. I mean, they are, but, like, the severity of what he's been through, like, and I'm complaining about a girl leaving me, or, you know what I mean, something as minimal as that. Like, I need to be grateful that I hadn't had to go down the path that he's been down, you know what I mean? And anyways, I'm super proud of him. And
But remember, it's not a competition.
Right.
Everybody's got it just as bad as everybody else. You
Yeah,
right.
Because it doesn't matter what kind of abuse or what kind of trauma you went through, it's still abuse and trauma.
Right.
The disease don't care.
Yeah.
The
Right.
disease uses anything it can to wrap itself around you and to stick you under. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you're good.
That's
You're good.
good
You're good. I got into what you were saying, so I kind of forgot what I was going to ask you. But what was it? Just carry on. I'll come back to it here in a second.
Okay, so vision for you. So like, I know you probably hit your plateau as far as with getting your master's in behavioral.
Well, yes and
Therapy.
no. I've been toying with the idea of going back for my doctorate in 2020, but it's still the jury's out. School's a lot of hard work. Man.
Right. It's like-
the
that's
graduate
good.
degree took a lot out of me. I was studying for my master's when I met Matthew. I was a bachelor of social work at the time. I was a counselor of education at, well, I can't say the name, but and I was studying for my master's, and grad school really sucked it out of me. So I know a doctor is going to be tough, but there's a need for it, man, because our justice system is broken. There has to be somebody that screams. You know, not that I haven't been screaming my whole life, but they don't listen to you. Till you got more letters in behind your name than you got in front of your name.
Right.
Nobody hears you.
Right. That makes sense.
I told that daughter Thomas, he told me I'll be back. I said, yeah, I'm coming back. More letters behind my name than I got in front of my name, Jackson. I'll
That's
be
good
back.
stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Oh yeah, so I remember what I was thinking. You know, after he told me about like what he'd been through with his father and just the way the stuff he went through growing up, and when he told me that he loved his mom, he loved his dad, and he forgave him for all those things, and what he said to me was like, they didn't know any better. That's the best they knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, when he told me that, like that was like groundbreaking for me, because my mother is an addict. You know what I mean? And like put us through hell, but I never looked at it from like that aspect, like she was only doing the best that she could do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like for real, in that moment, I was able to forgive my mother,
Mm-hmm.
like all the people that have the same disease as us. You know what I'm saying? And like, so that's probably like the most influential thing I ever heard from him was that. You know what I'm saying? So if he can forgive his family, like I can definitely forgive mine. So
Right.
Look, man, we quick to be judges. We so quick that we want to point the finger at somebody.
Right.
And that's the disease, trying to wrap its little dark tentacles around us again.
yeah,
I gotta drop it like it's hot, baby, and know that that is disease coming for me, man. Hey, guess what? Peace, love, I'm out. That's it. You know,
Right.
you did the best you could.
yeah,
I'm not letting that in me.
yeah.
Does it hurt? Yeah, it hurt like hell.
Yeah.
It hurts to know you grew up like that. And, never no love, never anything. But it hurts more laying under that bridge trying to find a baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You got me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Get it.
So, thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
That's good stuff. But last question, superhero. And who would you be if you could be a superhero, and why?
Like I said, man, Indians and Avenger Bellas, I love them. Doctor Strange is a badass.
Yeah.
He's the one.
Yeah. Okay.
But I like the little bald headed lady that taught him. I liked her even better.
Yeah, right. She was good. She was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually in the last one too. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Richard, hope to see a book come out about your life, like here in the near future. It sounds like it'd be a good read. And thank you for your time once again. Thank you for being a good example of a good example.
We've set this up a while back.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been about
Got around
6,
to it.
half a year.
That's Richard, yeah.
All right. This is
Good
Brian
seeing you.
Wright with Richard Reathers, Matt Malloy. We're out.
Thank you.